Alice and you're watching Nelly vlog, and in this episode we're gonna make bread. Here's the recipe for the bread. You can pause this video and take some notes. Here are all the ingredients that we need: honey, olive oil, whole wheat flour, sugar, and yeast. We're gonna add 2.5 cups of warm water. We add yeast to the water. And we add 1 tablespoon of sugar, which will help yeast to rise.
How we can tell if the bread is going to be good is when the yeast will bubble and foam in the bowl.
We need to wait about 5 to 10 minutes, and here you can see the reaction starts happening.
See how it's starting to grow a little bit here?
Then we're gonna warm the oven about 170, just enough for the yeast to rise. If you add all the ingredients and don't wait for yeast to grow, the bread is going to be hard. So the best thing to do is to wait for a while until the yeast really grows. Then the bread is going to be soft. All right, it's been about 10 minutes or so. This is how the yeast looks now, bubbling, as you can see. So we put 1/4 cup of oil
And half a cup of honey.
Here you can see the bubbles. Add in honey. It's looking so interesting.
What I should have done was pour the oil in this cup first and then put the honey in. It would slide right out.
Oh. What we do next is we stir it together. We're putting...
You know, I don't have any regular salt. I
Put
do,
in
but
a
I can't find it.
We're putting a spoonful of salt in. Added 1 cup of flour. So far, put 2 cups in. And
Yep,
it
2
looks
cups.
like this. Now we're gonna put some plastic wrap over it.
This keeps the moisture in the plastic wrap.
Next, what we do is we wrap it in the towel, and what it does, it softens the wheat if you're using good wheat.
Yep.
Now we're gonna let it sit for 30 minutes. It's more puffy now. Then we add more flour until it makes the dough and mix it. Next, we sprinkle some flour on the countertop. Dump the bread.
We're gonna throw this out.
And then we mix it up.
Push it away with the heels of your, turn it a quarter turn, push it over, push it away. Add just a little bit of flour. You don't want it too dry. Push it away. And a little bit more flour. Push it a quarter turn. A little bit sticky. You don't want it dry. I tell people until it feels like Play-Doh. sticky still. Your fingers.
And that's how we want to have it. Like Play-Doh.
Yep, I would say like Play-Doh, so it's nice and soft.
So what we do next is we add oil to the bowl and we turn the bread around so it gets oil on,
Flip it over.
flip it over so we get oil on all the sides of it, and then cover it again with a plastic wrap and let it sit for 2 to 3 hours. This keeps the moisture in, and again you wrap it up in the towel.
I'm gonna put it in a warm oven.
And we're gonna put it in the warm oven for 2 to 3 hours. In the towel, Grammy? Ow. Just a quick note, the oven is turned off. It's just very warm here, so the bread can rise, right?
Yep. If the oven is too warm, it will kill the yeast and your bread won't rise. If it's not warm enough, then the yeast won't rise because it's not warm enough. So you sort of like put your hand in and see it's warm, just a little bit warmer than room temperature. After an hour or so, take the bread out. It should have risen. Punch it down, turn it over, put it back in the oven, let it rise again, and by the second rising, then it's ready to roll out and put into your bread pans.
So it's risen, and
Called
now
punch
we
it down.
punch it down,
That's it. We're gonna
cover
let
it
it
back up. We just got it out and it rose. Now we need to punch it again.
to second rising. See how nice? This is the perfect texture.
Next
I
up,
use my fingers.
we're using virgin coconut oil to grease the pans. We're gonna make a bunch of these little breads to give away. Now we divided that big chunk of bread onto these small little chunks. So we just did this, and now we are ready to bake them. We have them in the oven. The oven is shut off and it's warm like before. All we're doing is helping them rise. It's been in an oven for about 20 minutes. Now it's risen. We're not supposed to touch it before we bake it. We set the temperature at 350 degrees and we're baking them until they're ready. They need to stay in the oven for 30 minutes, but we'll check at 20 to see how they're doing because they're small. And here's the final product. So exciting. Ready to eat.
Just like it this long, and then you can take another
Butter
picture.
and honey. Bread, butter, and honey. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. You can hit the bell so you don't miss the next video that comes out. And you can also follow me on Patreon at patreon.com/AliceApril. Thank you. Bye-bye.